Hi Jeff, making you a short video about Rhino and how to somehow interact with it. So this is actually the standard layout when you open or launch the Rhinoceros on your desktop. So there are several viewports on top of it, right? So if you want somehow to maximize the viewport, just double click the viewport label like this, the view perspective, that. And when you want to navigate, let's say on top viewport, and you would like somehow to pan, you can simply right click on your mouse and then move your mouse left, right, or up or down, right? But it will work differently in perspective viewport, where you click your right mouse and then you get orbital view, right, to your objects. Let's say I'll have a rectangular base here. So that's actually how it works in perspective viewports with right click on your mouse. So there are several tabs in Rhino, right? You see standards, C planes stands for construction planes, set view, display, select. But two most used tabs are simply just standard and surface tools. Okay, so standard, when you create lines and any related objects in creating objects, and surface tools you use to create surfaces. Okay, but if we'd like somehow to create Depron with thickness, we use solid tools, but it could somehow be accessed through surface tools. I'll somehow show you later on. So we go to standard tab, maximize the top viewport, and create several clicks. We will create a polyline with several clicks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so before ending this command, you'll see that there are 5 control points that will somehow define where it stops, where it began, and where it stops. Okay, so we can somehow alter and adjust these control points to actually match the surface that we want this line to actually be attached. So I will create another polyline, but I need somehow to end this. To end this command, you simply just right click and then create another polyline. I will somehow create this more linear instead of curve, right? Okay. So in order somehow to turn on the control points, you need somehow to select the objects first by clicking the left mouse button, hold it, and then select it, or you can just somehow click one by one and press shift and left click, press F10, there you go. Okay, so we can somehow move these control points. Okay, go to perspective viewport. Okay, and then move it. If you don't see the gumball, right, gumball, you can somehow turn on through this menu. Okay, gumball. Then I can just somehow move it around. Okay, select individual control points like this. Okay, and once in this mode, I couldn't somehow select the curve. You need somehow to turn off the control points first by pressing the F11, okay, and then select it back. So in order to somehow make the control points to appear, select the object, press F10, and then back to the curve selection, press F11. Okay, so we can somehow create surface from this particular polyline through the other polyline. Just simply go to surface tools, okay, select this surface from 2, 3, or 4 edges curves, and then click or select these 2 polylines. Right click on the mouse or press enter. Okay, and then in order somehow to show this surface, you need somehow to middle click mouse right? And pick shaded viewport. Okay, there we go. Okay, and to turn this into 3D deformed with thickness, you can simply select the surface first. So these are curve and curve. So select the surface. You can simply offset the surface. Click offset the surface. So in order somehow to change the direction, you need somehow to click on the surface, right? To actually define where the thickness goes. Okay, remember to actually fill the thickness value. I put 5.6 there, but probably it's just too large because I'm actually working on a couple of centimeters here. But 5.6 is press, and then make sure that you select the menu solid. Oh, that's not that bad. Okay, so there we go. We somehow have um, uh, thickness, solid object, right? A sheet, if it's actually bigger. So there you go, Jeff. Hope this could somehow help you play with rhinoceros further. Cheers, Jeff.